my channel here. This is actually going to be a channeled message for y'all. So me and Spirit had a chat, and I literally have pages upon pages of notes and all the damn things here. So for those of you that are new, make sure to hit subscribe below, like this video, and comment and claim in the comments this prosperous energy, because the collective is making major shifts right now and so many different types of transitions overall. Ooh, so we have my other video going off here in the background here, so I apologize, everyone. So let me get into this for you. This was my channel download message for all and anyone out there for the collective energy. Your energy wasn't meant to be second. It isn't sloppy seconds. It is meant to be prioritized, not projected. It is meant to be considered, appreciated, and compensated. Your energy isn't meant to be given to everyone, and your energy isn't meant for everyone. Hi, Miss Pieces. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Your energy isn't meant to be drained, and your energy isn't meant to be given away freely. You are a magnet and magnetic. People want to cling to you. People want to be around you. People want to use you, and people want to abuse you. You are not meant to stick to or with everybody, even though magnets are strong and can hold and take a lot. You don't need to be afraid of unclinging, hooking, or disconnecting yourself from those around you who don't give back to you. Hello, Chris. Hi, welcome. You are not a pawn in somebody else's game. You are the queen, and the queen didn't get to their spot in life because they played it safe. The queen takes risk because the queen is the most powerful player in the game. Spirit is asking you to be the queen of your life. You deserve to be happy, release fears, and let go of who and what does not serve you or doesn't consider your energy to. Okay? People will try to play you like a pawn in the game of life. They pawn things off on you. They pawn people off on you. They pawn ideas off on you. They pawn projections onto you. They pawn fears onto you. They pawn lies onto you. They pawn abuse onto you. They pawn scarcity onto you. They pawn societal programming and messages onto you. They try to sell you on their ideas that are not right for them, but you are not sold, because the queen does not just give up her throne or their throne, irregardless of gender. It's about the energies, okay? The queen does not give up their throne, creations, time, energy, money, assets, and experience to just anyone. Have you been pawned? Are you doing the pawning onto someone else? Are you the queen and holding yourself to the standards you set for yourself? Are you playing small or the pawn in your life because you're afraid to step into your power and be your queen and be the queen in your life? Now is not the time to pawn people, lie, manipulate, disrespect, or project onto those queens in life. They're done. They've done their work, and they are consistently doing their work. Now is the time for you to let go of your old life and get a brand new one. Spirit wants to create this with you. Spirit wants you to be the queen you are. Stop hiding your gifts, talents, and abilities, and start sharing them with the world. Open up to this and take the leap of faith, although fear is there. That's when you face your fear and become the queen of your life. No more naysayers, no more haters, no more holding yourself back, no more self-sabotage, no more lying to people, or no more lying to yourself, and no more dealing with manipulators. No more playing small, because you were meant to be big. Your energy is currency. It is not free. It is not free in work. It is not free in life, love, or all the above. Your energy is your money. You are worth every last dollar, penny, and cent when you so selflessly give your 2 cents in life to others. When people say they love your energy but won't pay you for it and what you require and desire, this is a pawn in the game of life. There are millions of dollars floating around in this world and so many creative ways to problem solve. Queens will make it happen. Pawns want to use you, take advantage, and take you out of the picture when it's all said and done. Stop playing with pawns. They're not meant for you. You are not a pawn shop either. So don't pawn your magnetic energy to anyone. Okay? When you've been the queen of your life and there's so many pawns, one of two things needs to happen. One is there are pawns that need to rise up, and if they do not rise up, then they cannot rise to the top with you. Let them go, boo. So two, you let them go. You are wise, you are strong, and you have invested a lot. You are growing into so much prosperity and blessings. That's why the universe is telling you to rise up or to rise out. These people can't come with you, and you know that. Master the art of forgiveness and letting go. Once you do, you'll begin to notice all the more blessings you have coming towards you. Let go of the pain, the hurt, and the sufferings that has occurred in life. Let go of anything that's killing you mentally inside. Let go and release all the old, outdated patterns that no longer serve you. The universe wants you to move forward, jump, and dive in. It is going to catch you, hold you, and have your back. I love you. I'm with you. You are safe now. Move forward. No turning back. Life is too short. Tomorrow won't be here for everyone. So start to own your life, magnetic energy, and be the queen of it today. You are the co-creator of your reality. When you're saying, I don't want to be doing this, you are literally manifesting more of that. When you say, I don't want to have lack, you have more lack. When you say, I don't want a 9-to-5 job, you have your 9-to-5 job. When you say, I don't want to feel bad, you feel more bad. When you say, I don't want to do this and I'm hiding myself and my talents with this, you're truly staying stuck in a closet. You're not taking action, and Spirit wants you to take action and work with you. So it's not about what you don't want. It's about what you do want, claiming it, taking steps, letting go, and calling that magnetic, prosperous energy and being the queen of your life into existence. You have the creativity. Your life will thrive instead of survive once you do this, okay? Spirit is literally saying, like, you need to remember how important you are, how wonderful you are, and how caring and compassionate you are. When it comes to so many different things that are going on right now in the world, you've held space for people who couldn't hold space for themselves. You showed up for people when they couldn't show up for themselves, and you have been the one who has maybe neglected yourself, and now Spirit saying, no more being the pawn. You are the queen. You're leveling up into so much more prosperity. I pulled cards for y'all on this too that I just wanted to share with you. And I actually picked some different random decks that I was very guided to do, and it matches this download and everything as well here. So before we get into that, one of the things I want to discuss first is the astrology. We've been in Pluto retrograde. It's been in Aquarius. It'll be in Aquarius until October 11th. You are going to consistently see outdated patterns, outdated people, and people truly leveling up. You are going to see people getting fired, corporations getting exposed, people that are liars being brought to the light here, and the sun and the time of day. You are going to see more people coming out, being their shameless, sexy, authentic self here. And you're going to see that beyond Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. We are in the age of Aquarius, which is asking you to move forward. And if you've been with me for a while, I've been talking about this since last year on my channel and reads. So Aquarius is the rebel. It's technology. It's humanitarianism. Spirit is truly saying you can't always try to help others without helping yourself and leveling up to this queen mindset and standard that you set for yourself. Because then other pawns in the game of life, we can call them victims, we can call them energy vampires, naysayers, haters, whatever. If you are rising up and actively working on raising your vibration and your levels of consciousness, these people will have those options or opportunities to rise up or rise out, and they can't come along with you. Maybe they're not on the same timeline as you, and that's okay. But when you boss up and let the things go that might be at a lower vibrational energy, and you choose yourself, you choose your authenticity, you choose to be real, you choose your boundaries, you choose your life, you create your life, this is when things get so much better. Yes, Miss Pieces, that's absolutely right. Thank you. Loved you. So truly, with the age of Aquarius moving forward, we have not been here. And where this is going and showing us is we will be seeing more people rise up consciously, vibrationally, and when they rise up and they treat themselves with those set standards of a queen, other people are going to take that on, take that action, raise their vibration, and be at that energetic level of consciousness. People are also going to be is noticing and knowing it's okay to be my shameless self. It's okay to come out queer. It's okay to come out kinky. It's okay to come out gay. It's okay to come out and be in open relationships. Or it's just okay to be me and say, I'm cutting the BS and I'm not holding myself back. I'm not going to be so giving. I'm not going to be such a pawn. I'm not going to be, this person that you can just use and abuse in your game of life, when really my energy is my currency, and I'm falling and going to be moving forward into this prosperity, and people will see that. And so people will try to use you for that. So pay attention to those underlying people. Your energy is your money, and you deserve to be paid for all the things in life that you give to in many different ways. Does not just have to be money. It can also be, I'm always buying my friends a cup of coffee. How come they're not buying me a cup of coffee? Okay. Those people will slowly but surely potentially drop off in your life because they are takers. And because you are such a giver, now is the time to give back to yourself and the others that truly want to give back to you. We have Saturn retrograde, reciprocity, abso-fucking-lutely here. Yes, Miss Pieces. We have Saturn retrograde in Pisces for the next 4 months. Saturn is the planet of karma, lessons, all these different blessings underneath the lesson that we don't actually realize. So this is that rejection is redirection. That rejection is protection, like energy, okay? So it's really about restructuring things that are going to be happening around the world and rebirthing ideas and coming up with new things moving forward. Collectively, this is about learning those lessons and applying them moving forward. It's not to get caught up in delulu or escapism or fantasizing energy with Pisces to get lost in the collective. It's about learning and moving forward and having those reality checks of what's going on and not get stuck from past things. It's also taking accountability. We also have Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So if y'all have been having tons of vivid dreams lately, and they have been very consistent, like dreaming about 4 dreams in one night or 6 dreams in one night, and you're like, wow, how did I get from this dream to that dream? That's literally Neptune and Pisces in the background. So more vivid and active dreamings. So paying attention to your dreams and whether or not spirit is exposing any of these pawn energies in your life here to really show you what's going on behind the scenes. Hi, Agent Smith. Thank you so much for being here. So really, with Neptune retrograde in Pisces until December 7th, this is also about your own spiritual growth. And this is also about your own personal healing. And you have to be able to help heal yourself in order to be able to help heal others. And you know what? Sometimes pawns in the game of life don't want to heal. So you can't help those who don't want it. So you have to let go of them and release them. Rise out energy so you can rise up energy to becoming the most expansive version of you. Avoid numbing out and means of escapism during this time. So keeping a dream journal could be very important to you. But the cards that I pulled for all of you with this channeled collective message, this is from the Starseed deck, and this is Star Brothers. And I love that this came out because this says, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So right now you are being asked to trust spirit in everything that you are transforming to and changing into, with all these major pivots and shifts as you become the queen of your life. You're regardless of gender here as well. So kind of like the game of chess, you are not a pawn, you are the queen, and you get to be able to really take that action and be the leader of your life here. Thank you for the compliment, Agent Smith. I'm appreciative of that. So again, prosperity can also come in receiving mode of even a compliment to everybody who's on here. Let me read this to you though. You're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. You are being called to be open to receiving, oh, nice, a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and blocks when it comes to receiving support. We learn that we need to go at life alone. That's not safe, that it's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even though through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs, and to learn to open your heart, especially when it wants to harden. So how can you open yourself up to receiving more support? Maybe that's a good journal question for some of you to reflect on, or just even write down and really think through during this time with all the things energetically going on in the collective. It has not been easy, and it's going to be worth it. Rise up, rise out. So how can you open yourself up to receiving more support here? Okay, this is the prosperous energy that we're also talking about, but releasing and working on healing and working on oneself. I get that it's super hard to set and hold boundaries for oneself, especially with karmic life patterns, relationships, people that don't always want to be there, for you when you've shown up for them. I get it. People will ask me to work for free, and I've had other people, out there who have their own businesses, have their own channels, work in different healing and helping modalities, and that's one of the things where they don't work for free, so don't ask me to either. So again, for those of you that are being tugged on your energy work-wise, pay attention to the boundaries that you need to set in place with these Saturnian lessons from the past, and don't be so over giving and gracious to people that want to use you and abuse you as a pawn in their game, and figure out what are the things that I need to be the queen here. I wonder how I look in the crowd. That's funny. Let me tell you about the next card deck that I pulled from. So the Energy Oracle here. Oh, yeah, upright. Okay, so we had sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within. Threes represent confidence. They represent assertiveness. They represent boundaries, solar plexus chakra. And we have the heart coming up here. So some of you may need to work on your heart chakra as well as your solar plexus chakra. Pay attention to your guides sending you white feathers or feathers during this time. But let me tell you a little bit about this card too when it comes to all these energies, boo. A situation calls for some sensitivity now. It may be an issue with a friend or someone at work or in your family. Even if it's in your nature to be strong, in control, and sometimes even aggressive, remember that it's possible to be both tender and strong at the same time. This card in the upright is telling you to pause and resist any old urge to plow through things. Consider the peace and compassion you could introduce into a tense or tenuous situation. When you look at the situation with flexibility and calm clarity, you bring gentle, receptive yin energy to the issue. Then your sensitivity and strength will come together in vibrations as powerful and soothing as the sun's rays. Affirmation: I express my sensitivity and strength in equal measure. I always have the courage to take the most honoring approach. So, yes, you can honor others' emotions and feelings and sensitivities and be very strong. And also, you can honor your own space and being able to tell people no. Being able to say things like, that doesn't fit for me. That doesn't work for me. I don't like that. I need this. I require this. I desire this, when it comes to this reality that I'm co-creating with the universe during this time. Let's talk about the Tao deck. So we had approach come out, which is really, again, approach this situation, and 19 breaking down to a 10 with changing it, closing it, moving forward here onto better times of your life. This card literally says advancing, a warm reception, prosperous conditions, increase influence, hopefulness, lightening up, and an arrival. So Spirit's like, you have done the work, you have arrived, Queens. You need to keep leveling and bossing up into the highest version of yourself during this time. For some of you, this is the need to work on your healing. For others of you, this is going back to any means of self-sabotage and holding yourself accountable of what are the things I need to release and let go of and change that's not serving my highest good here. Let me read this card for you all because I think it's fucking beautiful. And I just love that prosperous came out in this card. If you can see it, prosperous conditions here. And that was literally in the download, and then I pulled the card. So this card says, when the last frost of winter has melted and the scent of spring is in the air, we can practically hear nature's sigh of relief. The pungent scent of earth in our nostrils quickens the spirit of joy in our hearts as the days grow longer and warm the sleeping seeds underground into life. And the thrill of reawakening life is felt as keenly in the city as in the countryside. The stripped down, no nonsense pace that people have adopted to navigate the cold pavement gives way to burgeoning expansiveness of loose stride, windows to reveal bright colors in flower pots, and smiles blossoming more readily on the faces of the person that passes by. In a town and country alike, the earliest days of springs are made by sweeter and a long patient wait, and nature has been patient too. Through the months of silent hibernation, and then through the infinite slow unfolding of life beneath the earth's surface as it prepares for its cyclical debut. When the time comes for Mother Nature to show her fresh garden and new bud colors, the effect is intoxicating and uplifting. It's no wonder that spring is universally identified with young lovers, hopeful new beginnings, generosity, and happiness. In the unfolding affairs of human life, there will be many springs, and there are not just those defined by the calendar. The hexagram of approach points to such a climate of new life, awakening, and the signs of transformation are visible everywhere. The opportunities that present themselves to you now are all in the direction of expansion, abundance, and growth. It might start with a new business opportunity, a flowering love affair, or simply a sense of well-being that spreads upward from your inner depths. But whatever the species of flower that emerges for the first time, it's like its counterpart in nature, likely to herald an ever-growing abundance of flowers to follow. What must be remembered in times of approach is that this expansiveness of the moment can not last forever, and the challenge is to actively support the new climate with your total energy and full attention. It might be tempting to just spread out the beach towel on the lawn, close your eyes, and bask in the warmth of the sun. But if you squander the good fortune that's coming your way on an extended holiday, you will have missed the chance to gather resources and build up reserves that could sustain you through harder times. In a similar vein, it's prudent not to get so carried away by the thrill or sighting the first robin that you miss the whole chorus of songbirds to come. The best gardeners welcome spring with joy and exuberance and match its abundance with an abundance of diligent preparation and energetic labor. It's time to be a good gardener now, so that by the time autumn comes, the harvest will nourish and sustain you through the winter that will follow as surely as the spring has come. So, for a lot of you, hello there. Thank you for being there. Adarsh, I apologize if I mispronounced your name. But for a lot of you, this energy is growing so much. And some of you may be afraid and scared to let go of the past, but because there's been very sensitive times. You've been so strong. You have been through challenging times over and over and over again. And Spirit's like, now is the time to approach these past situations, leave them there, and move forward. Plant the seeds, personally grow your garden, and move forward with this. We also have the receptive underneath that. Nice. The yielding yin principle: devoted, patient, supportive, obedient, responsive, intuitive, earthy, and mother. So we had yin come out of the other card energy as well. And it's just like this energy of being able to flow and move forward in things in life. And Spirit knows, and other people in your life knows, that you are growing, you are expanding, you are tapping into so much more abundance and blessings and prosperity. And this is why Spirit is like, you can't be a pawn. You can't be playing with pawns anymore, because you are meant for bigger and better people to be surrounded by and surrounded with you. You are meant to sit at the table of other queens that are working on themselves, that respect you, that respect your energy, that don't come for a hand me out, that don't use you and abuse you. No, the pawns can stay at their table. And when they decide to actually take the steps, maybe go up that staircase to rise up to that queen-like energy here, then they can come sit at that table. Another example of this too could be releasing and letting go of past stories and narratives of things that people have said to you, and maintaining that status of, this is my standard for myself here. And other people, once they realize how much hard work, energy, effort, and money, time, everything you put into yourself here, they're going to come back around and realize that they were wrong and they are sorry. Now, you don't have to let these people into your life because of what they've seen you've been doing. You can be open to receiving any divine healing that you need with that. For some of you, I pulled tarot on this as well. So a lot of people are coming out of a depression collectively during this time, out of these past wounding patterns of trauma, out of these things that maybe they need to really grieve, let go of, ambiguous loss, friendships, people, narratives, norms, shame, personas, whatever, mental health, right? And there does need to be a divine healing here. So we have literally the star card energy that came out, which is this divine healing. It's also Aquarius energy, which I thought was cool, since we are in the age of Aquarius, and with all these retrogrades going on in the astrology, it is not time to pawn people or play with people in the game of life. It is not the time to use and abuse people. We literally have Saturn retrograde, the planet of karma. You're doing that? Just wait. 88 portal, 888 technically portal, which has been on my channel for months now. If y'all have been following me for some time, that is going to be a big one when it comes to people receiving their karma here. Now, if you have been putting out negative karma unknowingly, silently judging, sending evil eye, hating, not celebrating successes with other people here, that karma is going to come back to you. So I'm not going to lie to you on my channel, boo. And you get to deal with those repercussions. And that's just that person dealing with that lesson. And this is one of the things where it's so important to be mindful of the energy that you are putting out there, as well as receiving. And energy you are asking from other people, are you pawning them, or are you treating them like a queen here? Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for the comments in the chat here that this is amazing, right on reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the portal starts on the 4th or 5th, absolutely, with the 8-8 portal. And again, those energies will last for a while around this time. But really, Spirit's asking you to heal yourself so you can move forward, so you can step into this destiny star card energy. For some of you, you're scared. You're scared to invest in your wellness. You're scared to put your money where your mouth is. You're scared of working on and with these fears. And Spirit's like, you can't tiptoe around this anymore. We gotta move forward from this past hurt, this past pain. This will go in the upright, but it's only if you decide for this to go in the upright. Miss Pieces, I am so damn excited for that 888 portal. It's gonna be so damn good. But Spirit is saying, hey, this could be delayed here, and also don't escape with alcohol, drugs, or anything else, or even things that you aren't divinely aligned or guided to buy during this time. Okay? Don't escape with drugs and alcohol, and don't escape with sleep either. Take your rest when you need to, yes, and don't use that as a maladaptive coping pattern in order to not actually boss up and be the queen of your current life. So there is a lot happening collectively, and really pay attention to these people that just want to fluff your ego, that want to abuse you, that want to use you, that want to manipulate you, that want to shame you, that want to blame you, that are these negative energy vampires, these naysayers, these haters, these non-supporters, you know. Let them and leave them. Let them be mad. Let them be upset. Let them be frustrated and leave them, because you don't need them. Because when you say, I don't deserve this, and I don't desire this, and I require this, they're going to be out of your life, whether or not you choose it to be. So for some of you out there that have been struggling in relationships, friendships, family members, work colleagues, whatever, awful bosses, people, whatever, treating you like shit, let them. They will get their karma. And I know it's hard to see, like, when is this going to happen? I get that. Absolutely. And they will. You see major corporations right now being exposed. You see people losing their jobs. And for those of you out there that have lost a job, I'm sending you all a big hug. And this is literally Spirit and the age of Aquarius saying, do what you know deep down inside that you are meant to do. Don't hide your talents. Don't block your blessings. Move forward, because you don't know how much you matter and how much you can help others in this world too, with that humanitarian energy, as long as they want to be helped here. That is the best way. Agreed. Leave them. No more. Let them hate on you and leave them. You don't need them. Lock the door, close the key, doing all the damn things, your cord cuttings, your unhookings, your rituals, letting them go and releasing it, okay? Out of sight, out of mind energy. Same thing with a career, same thing with a job, same thing with all these other pieces that you don't feel divinely guided or aligned with. And you're saying, I don't want to do this 9 to 5. I want to do my business. The law of attraction is working, whether or not you know it. It's going to happen. You might lose your job in order to do something that you were meant to do and do amazing at and with. You might say, I don't want this partner anymore and I want this to end. You might break up with that person. I don't want friendships, that aren't the healthiest for me. Okay, you could still be attracting these things too. So you have to say, I want healthy relationships. I want friendships that think about me. I want friends who care about me. I want friends who ask me how I'm doing. I want people to not just only, be there physically in my life and want something tangibly, be it finances or emotional energy, but I want them to also show up for me. So pay attention to these spiritual tests during this time and what Spirit is literally trying to illuminate to you and the collective. Pay attention to people's patterns, pay attention to their behaviors, pay attention to what they're doing. People are literally lying straight to your face, whether or not you know it. And as hard as that shameless truth is, people are truly getting exposed for that. You're going to see it, and it's whether or not you actually choose to believe it and see it and let them go and move on is what's going to separate you from these pawns and this queen type of energy here. Yeah, haters are going to hate. Honestly, that is so true. And you can bring a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. Of course not. And this is one of the things. If you have haters and non-supporters, right, you're probably doing something that they wish they could have done. Or, you know, they don't know how to do what you're doing and being in that energy. And it's easy to hide behind a screen and troll versus put yourself out there and create. So I hope that this inspires you all, just this channeled message to pay attention to what's going on in your energy, pay attention to what's going on in the collective energy, the astrology, the readings, the channeled messages for all of you, and really shedding and letting go and releasing these outdated, patterns here that no longer serve you. I know that you're strong enough to do this. I know that personal growth is a never ending journey, even for myself here. And I just hope that this helps some of y'all, to inspire you to figure it out. What is it that I need? How am I holding myself back? And how can I step into this queen-like energy moving forward and really boss up and make some moves, because I am the boss of my life, okay? No one else is. It's all you, boo. Yes. Yeah, almost all the time. I see it even if I don't catch it, even with my third eye. Pay attention to those third eye activations. They'll definitely be vivid. And yes, let go of those people from the past and get out there, work with the nature, the elements, everything too. I'm sending all of you lots of love, a big hug, and rewatch this read, as much times as you need for this comfort, just for this, you know, piece of everything, and just take it. Just take in all the signs and the synchronicities. And when you're feeling scared, come back and remember that you are the queen and you can empower yourself to be in this energy. 1111, seeing it every day, asking you to guide your intuition. Absolutely. You're welcome, everyone, for the reads. Do what you have to do and move forward too. Sending you all a big hug, and I hope that you have an amazing, wonderful Wednesday ahead. Check out the reads from next week. I don't know if I will be back to be live again. I have some busy things ahead, but thank you all for your love and your supporting me here. I'm grateful for each and every one of you, Shameless Squad, and comment, claim this prosperity in the comments below. If you want this expansion, you want this abundance, and you want these blessings to come in, because they're going to, and it's going to be really big. So congratulations to each and every one of you, okay? Send this to a friend if they need to hear it as well. Stay tuned for more. Bye, everyone. Stay shameless.